Hello everybody, it's Credence, or my RuneScape name Isaac, and welcome to my King Black Dragon guide. The King Black Dragon, or KBD for short, is one of the oldest RuneScape boss monsters to have been introduced to the game, and as of this moment, one of the easiest to kill. Before I start, let me preface that this guide is particularly geared towards higher level players, whom of which seek the following: to complete the How to Shame a Dragon feat for the Last Rider's title, or any of its desirable constituents, for example, the King Black Dragon pet and or the Last Rider's book for endgame completion. Also, this guide focuses on individuals who want to change the pace in the game and want to work themselves to better understand the evolution of combat systems so they can eventually participate in raids or other bosses. The King Black Dragon's mechanics are pretty basic. He has a melee attack, which consists of both lunge and slash, and they only engage if you are in melee distance from him. His regular Dragon Fire can also be pretty devastating to your health points if anti-fire potions are not consumed prior to engagement. He also has Toxic Dragon Fire, that poisons the player starting at 80 damage, Shock Dragon Fire, which reduces the player's stats randomly, and lastly an Ice Dragon Fire, which freezes the player. So with all that in mind, the minimum requirements for the KBD are as follows: level 50 range, level 50 defense, level 37 prayer for protect against magic. However, to make the KBD a bit more AFK while it's carrying minimal food and potions, I personally recommend the following: level 88 summoning for access to the Unicorn Stallion and its healing aura scroll. This particular familiar really comes in handy as the KBD often poisons the player, and with infinite access to Unicorn Stallion's cure poison ability, this really minimizes the player's need to carry anti-poison potions. An additional benefit is that the Unicorn Stallion is able to heal the player 10% of his or hers maximum life points using the stackable healing aura scroll. An obelisk is also located at the northwest side of the KBD's lair, providing access to the recharge summoning stats. Level 92 prayer for access to soul split for consistent healing during the battle with the KBD is also recommended. The additional use of split dragon tooth necklace for 17,000 dungeoneering tokens and also the bone crusher for 34,000 dungeoneering tokens could also be utilized for the recycling ability of the dropped dragon bones, converting to 100 prayer points per bone, thus reducing the need for prayer potions. However, I will also recommend bringing prayer renewals, but more on that later. Scrimshaw of Vampirism and Aura of Vampirism can also be utilized in the absence of level 92 prayer. Level 85 range and the completion of World Wakes for access to the ultimate ability Death Swiftness is also recommended. An enhanced Excalibur may also be utilized for its healing effects and its defensive boosts. An alternative is the ultimate ability Rejuvenate, which requires a level 52 defense and a shield or shield bow. Both of said options have a cooldown of 5 minutes. Lastly, access to the Asylum Surgeon's Ring, obtainable during the quest Broken Home for the less than 37-minute challenge, or Ring of Vigor for 50,000 dungeoneering tokens for adrenaline management is recommended. The Luck of the Dwarves, a tier 4 luck item, is also recommended for the 1% increased chance to get rare drops from the KBD and access to quick teleport to the GE. The downside of this ring is the current price tag, of course, which is around 25.6 million as of me presenting to this guide to you in May 2018. Now to touch upon what to bring to the fight itself. From my numerous hours at the KBD, I have tailored my inventory to the time granted for that 60-minute bossing instance to maximize inventory space for loot. As you can see, I carry an enhanced Excalibur, a unicorn pouch, a healing aura scroll, that of which I probably carry more than I should, 2 super anti-fire flasks because I didn't really want to buy anti-fire flasks, 2 super prayer renewal flasks, 1 super restore, and 1 Ceradomin flask. For equipment, there are a multitude of options depending on the choice of style you prefer. As you can see, I have chosen range with high-tiered gear. My gear is obvious overkill, but as an example, it is serving an option. That being said, I wear a full Slayer helmet, Serenic halberd, Serenic chaps, Glaven boots, and Nightmare gauntlets. I also carry an augmented Saren bow, Barrows edition, because why not? With regards to my action bar, I have provided the image of my current set abilities. On the left are my basic abilities, whilst on my right are the threshold and ultimate abilities. As this boss doesn't have many more mechanics to be concerned about, having Revolution enabled is actually not a bad idea, and is actually recommended for the learning experience. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, the KBD is an entry-level boss that permits individuals to become familiar with the ELC system. That being said, however, there are certain abilities that need to be manually activated during and after the fight in order for this process to work efficiently. Anticipation is a basic defensive ability that reduces damage taken by 10% and gains immunity against stuns. However, we're going to utilize this ability to prevent adrenaline drain after the fight. It should be noted that this ability lasts 10 seconds and with a cooldown of 24 seconds. Freedom is another defensive ability that negates all binds, stuns, and bleeds on the player. Similar to Anticipation, we will be utilizing this ability to prevent adrenaline drain after the fight as well. It should be noted that this ability lasts 6 seconds. Lastly, after completion of combat, it takes approximately 3 seconds before the player enters a relaxed state, thus reducing adrenaline. So what does all this mean? After completion of the KBD, 3 seconds will pass before the player will start losing adrenaline in his or her relaxed state. This should be negated with the Anticipation ability, which will last additional 10 seconds. The second Anticipation is about to expire. Manually enable Freedom for an additional 6 seconds. If timed correctly, a total of 19 seconds should have passed without a loss of adrenaline and just in time for the KBD to respawn with the spawn speed fastest enabled. Let's take a look at this progression in action. Now, just as the KBD responds, I immediately enable my Soul Split, followed by my Ring Switch, equipping my Ring of Vigor to get that 10% adrenaline preservation, followed shortly by activating my Death Swiftness. After my Death Swiftness has activated, I perform my Ring Switch again, enabling my Luck of the Dwarves to increase my chances of acquiring a rare drop at the end of the engagement. Let's take a look at how this is performed. And that concludes my video. I'll allow several minutes of me fighting the KBD to show the efficiency of my recommendations. Thank you for watching my guide, and best of luck against the King Black Dragon.
You feel the heat is real, infected like a fever, possessing your body, converting all the non-believers. Is this an awakening or a holocaust? Does it cause my gravitational force is that of a power horse? Your life source is fading, welcome to my dark. Do you embark with bass drops and chase it to my benchmark? You're racing higher and higher, feels like you're losing. My fire's your desire to get your body moving.